Now, undoubtedly, there will be people who have not seen me do this or something like this before. So the idea here is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in basically into round. There's going to be a lot less chance of having it blow out on me when I'm on the lathe. Because what is happened there is that I have glued acrylic to wood. And it could separate right there, or it could separate anywhere. So the whole idea here is to just take it probably maybe 80 or 90% of the way down. I just have to be really careful here that I don't end up touching my bushings. Well, because if I did, I would have gone too small. So I just have to keep my eye on it. It's worked in the past, and I think it's probably going to work again. Now that sanding belt was number 33 grit, so naturally it didn't do a very smooth job, but I do have a lot more that I can go down yet till I get to the bushings. However, I'm thinking that possibly this driftwood might be just a little bit on the punky side. Well, maybe not. Might be okay. I'll take a chance. I was thinking of maybe using CA thin to reinforce everything, but I don't know, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Okay, I just have to readjust this just a little bit here. Okay, what I've done, rather than adjust this, I've swapped out this long bushing, which was right here, with a short one. And that allowed me to go in a little further into the mandrel saver. Now, these bushings, by the way, are just the ones that you use for the slimline kit. I find it really handy for something like this because if I was to have this bushing here right up against the mandrel, if I was to accidentally not watch what I'm doing, which I've done more than once, I can end up touching this. So this gives me a lot more room here. And there's enough here so I miss this nut. Now there is one more thing that I did, but you didn't see me do it. I sharpened all three of the tools that I plan to use. They're all scrapers. Okay, now this little part right here, that's obviously a limonite. Probably by the time I get down to the bushing, most of that's going to be gone. However, I think that this is a lot of limonite too, and the wood was so porous that it got forced into the pores there. We'll see how this goes. And you can be sure I'm going to be going very slowly because I only have, this one piece here. And if I screw it up, well, it's gone. It'll get sucked in there. Well, I think I'm going to quit while the quitting's good. And I'll do the rest with sandpaper. It's almost down to the right diameter. And there's a lot more of the Elimolite acrylic there showing than I thought there was going to be, at least on this piece. The other piece, which is much smaller, will probably be at least half Elimolite. Well, we'll see how this is going to look. One of the viewers wasn't too happy about the color, and neither am I. I think I should have added a little bit more brown. However, this is what we've got. Well, I have sanded exactly the same way, right up to and including 1000 grit. I think we're ready to try a little bit of cut and polish or cut and shine or whatever that stuff's called. Yeah, let's give it a try and see what happens. Okay, as you can see, it's called cut and polish. Okay, and for those of you that wonder exactly what it is, there it is. Now I do want to remember not to be turning real quickly here, because if it generates heat, it's going to melt the acrylic. I'm turning at about 960 RPM here. Now you will notice, as I've said before, the grit in this cut and polish will cut the bushing. So the way I do it is I go from the inside and move out over the bushing rather than from the bushing in, because then I'll get this black stuff worked into the... Okay, I can't talk and work at the same time, I know. Okay, there's one application. Yeah, I think it's going to look okay. I'll probably do it about 5 times here. Well, let's take it over and have a nice close look. Well, I think this came out pretty good. I'm not seeing anywhere where there's a crack that has not been filled by the Elimolite. So, yeah, where's that big long crack? Oh, there it is. Notice all the way through, it's just completely solid. That crack went from one end to the other, if you will remember from way back. Now, I do have time to press, except I've been invited out for spaghetti dinner tonight. I'm going to Jackson's house. Well, Jackson's mommy and daddy invited me. So anyway, the rest of you guys, we'll see you at pressing time tomorrow. And Jackson, we'll see you tonight.